All right, welcome back, YouTube. This is Randy here, and today I have a really neat accessory to show y'all. This is the 1957 Chevrolet Dinsmore Compass, um, and I'll be showing you a couple of books that are really neat to own if you don't have them, if you own a car, or if you don't own a car itself. They're nice booklets to look at. Gives you a lot of information about the car. But today I'm going to be talking about the Dinsmore Compass. I'll also be making a couple more videos um, about a lot of the accessories that came with the car that I own, that I've collected over the years. Currently in the process of building my four-door hardtop, which would have been considered the sports sedan like this one. So I have more videos of some of the work that I've been doing on the car, and I'll be posting those. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, and tune in to my next video. But I'm currently working on this car. This one actually shows a couple of accessories. And I'll go into detail on a lot of the other accessories later. But for right now, I'm going to just kind of talk about the compass. This is a really neat piece. It's not, really high tech or anything like, in today's standards. It's basically a magnet, uh, like a normal compass. This actually came out in '57. Then towards the late '57, they came out with another compass, very similar to this one. It would have had well, let's see, more, well, it would have had a black face, kind of like this one, with the bow tie. It would have been black with a black face. Um, these are some aftermarket they're reproductions aftermarket. So this one doesn't have a brand. Usually like Buick or Chevrolet would have their emblem on here. And then this one doesn't have any of the writing. Usually Dinsmore would put a brand at the bottom, their brand name. And this one doesn't have it. This one does have it. Hopefully you can kind of see it. It says Flint, Michigan, USA, and Dinsmore, which is the brand of the compass. This one has seen its age. A lot of the heat. This came out of a car that had a lot of heat in it and ended up cracking. And so you won't find a lot of the original accessories in this. They were removed from the car or never installed. This one, I had a box for it, but I don't know where it ended up. But these were the accessories that were put on the car. And this fingertip facts on the '57 Chevrolet, you can find it on page 67. It talks about the compass illuminated mounts on top of instrument panel. So this book, the fingertip facts, actually mentioned it. This was actually was put out for the dealers and salesmen to look over to get more familiar with their cars. The '57 guide, it kind of just goes over and just talks about the car and how to drive it and everything, how to set the heaters and how to tune your radio, but doesn't really mention the compass. And this accessory booklet does mention the compass. It has a lot of other accessories that are really neat, and I'll get to them eventually. So this is one of the pictures. Hopefully my camera can focus. And you can see it there, which is what we have here. And also there's a color photograph, and you could see it would mount dead center of the dashboard, and you would use that to find your direction if you got lost. It also shows a couple more accessories, but I just wanted to focus on the compass itself. It mounted in front of the grill of the car, or the speaker grill in the front dash. Um, so that's neat to know. And this is a nice pamphlet to have. This one is kind of a pamphlet they put out. This one just kind of lets you, tells you about the cars and the different models that it had. This is another 4-door hardtop. That's what I'm working on right now. And kind of goes through and lists the different kinds of cars: the 2-door sedan, the 210 sport coupe, the 210 station wagon, the 210 townsman, the 210 handyman station wagon, the 210 Del Rey coupe, the 210 4-door sedan, the 150 utility sedan, the 150 handyman station wagon, the 150 2-door sedan, and of course a Corvette. So a lot of these accessories were more than likely going to be found on the Bel Air models. A lot of the 210 and 150 were more of the economy lines, used for working cars um, from different companies. Usually like the station wagons would have been used for like plumbers or electricians if they wanted to use a car or a truck. It just depends. But a lot of these cars were issued more to for workers. Or, there was some, of course, not everyone could afford the Class C Bel Air with all the chrome. And so some families would get the 210, the 150. But the most popular model is the Bel Air, of course, because of the tail fin, the inserts, the chrome inserts that it came with, which were these guys here. So that made them really popular, the convertible. And then, of course, the model, the 283 Super Turbo Fire. And now another really neat piece to have is the accessories installation reference manual. This is the go-to if you're doing any installations of your accessories. This is a reprint. You can find originals, but they're a lot more expensive. I just went with a reproduction. And this one gives you the details of how to install all the accessories. So on page 70, you can find the compass. And if you look at it, you're going to say, oh, well, it's not the correct one. But of course, you can see that the actual dash is actually from a 56 model. And so is the compass. This particular compass was put out in 55 and 56. But also came out earlier in a couple other model cars. But this one shows the installation on a 56 Chevrolet. But it's basically the same thing as the 57 Chevrolet. Basically, he'll hook up the wiring to the fuse box and then run it to the center of the dashboard, hook up the light, and it gives you step by step on how to install it, as well as after you install it, how to adjust the settings on it on here. So it gives you the adjustments. So you would need to adjust it north, south on here. And then the actual power comes from the actual the light switch. So you plug it into the light switch and the junction block on some cars, but actually the 57 mounts to the junction block. So that being said, this is a great book to have whenever you're going to be installing the Chevy accessories. It's a great piece to have. And I kind of wanted just to go over the accessory. This is a reproduction that I bought. Very well made. When you take and compare it to some of the original ones, it's identical to them. This is an original Dinsmore. This one probably came out a little bit later than 5758. 5758 had a script. The Southwest was kind of like in script, and in later models they came out with straight print. This is more like a cursive on it. It's definitely worth the money. It's a really neat piece to have. It kind of helps bring the car together. Once it's installed, it's a really nice piece on your dash to look at. And a lot of people ask about it. And it's a eye catcher. So the reproduction, you can buy an original Compass, but you're looking anywhere over probably $1,000. For an original accessories. However, it's not worth the money. If I'm paying over $1,000 for something like this, it'd probably go on a show car or, in a glass case somewhere. Because the sun will definitely, over time, will fade it and cause problems with it. This accessory that I purchased is actually really neat. It comes with an accessory box. Very similar to what General Motors would put out when you would go buy it from the dealer. They would sell you the box with the Compass, or you can get the Compass already installed. The reproduction comes with the mounting bracket, as you see here. And then, I don't know if you can kind of see, but the wire goes into there. Maybe I can show it better on this one. You can kind of see it here. It kind of just slides in and clips. It's held in place. So it comes with the bulb and the socket to install it, along with the wire and a little reference to adjust for the adjustment of the north direction. And it comes with a little tool to make the adjustment here. It's definitely a neat piece to have. It's a really eye catcher. I like it. I used to have this one installed into my car, and I just had it there. The fluid had leaked out of it over time, and it was a nice piece to have on my dash. It's a lot cheaper if you buy just the actual whole kit, unless you find an original Compass that's in good shape, because you start buying the wire separate and then the bracket, you can get these. They reproduce those, but and then you can get like the Compass by themselves, like these. But I recommend, if you're gonna purchase something like this, I would go with the reproduction with everything in it. It's just a lot cheaper, and it's just easier to get. Everything's all together. Well, what else can I say? I hope you liked my content. Give me a thumbs up, and tune in next time. I'll be showing you some more accessories that I have on the 57 Chevy 4-door hardtop that I'm personally going to be putting onto that car. A lot of these accessories are uniform across all cars. Of course, there were some accessories that only went on hardtops, some in the sedans and some on the convertibles. But I just wanted to focus on the Dinsmore Compass. This is the reproduction, and it, as you travel and you're driving, the little wheel would move and your indicator would be that arrow there as to what direction you're going. You would make an adjustment down here at the bottom. This is your adjustment for north, east, south, or west, for the adjustment of the directions. Your mount would be here, and then your light would go then at the bottom. And of course, it's stamped east, west. Let's see if I can get it. It has the stamping east, west, and then north, south on here. And that'll help you with your directions. So these are the adjustments that you would do to get the proper direction. And then this would be you would loosen this to adjust your bracket. So that's all I got. Tune in next time. I'll be talking about a couple more things, more accessories that I have. But I just wanted to show y'all this new reproduction. It was out of reproduction for some time. And these were going through the roof, several $1,000s for originals, and a couple $100s for reproductions. This one retails roughly around $250, and it's definitely a eye catcher. I would definitely put it in my car. If you own one, I'll eventually, hopefully, be able to get my car running, and I'll be installing this piece here. But tune in to next time. Have a good day, YouTube.